Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Chairman of the Board. I am Tyler. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different, but we have mentioned it in previous projects. We're going to be doing an app game review today. What we're going to do is we'll review the game and then go over some pros and cons of it, and then give an overall review of it. So today we're going to do a game that I am very passionate about, and I have been playing since day one, and that is Pokemon Go. That being said, let's go ahead and jump into some of the play of Pokemon Go and talk about some of the new additives to the game as well as some of the stuff that they can improve upon. So let's do that. Alright everyone, and here we are. So I've been playing this game since July 6th of 2016. That is when the game came out. I downloaded it. It had a lot of problems from the get-go. They had a lot of issues with loading. I mean, the game itself wouldn't even load, and then when it would load, it would crash all the time. It's definitely not the powerhouse it is now. It took a lot of time, a lot of growth, and they've introduced so much to the game to keep you entertained. So they've done an excellent job. As you can see, it is built off a GPS map system, so you can kind of see the real world around you via the map through the world of the Pokemon Go. One thing you can see that's obvious is that they just started this new system with their buddy. Well, let's talk about this for a moment. So you have your buddy that's walking alongside you here, and you can basically earn points with them and earn them to become an Ultra Buddy, which is the very top, where they have the full hearts, as you can see in the top left corner. What's great about this is you can do pictures with them, and you can feed them, you can play with them, and do all that stuff, battle with them, and it earns you points. As you can see, I've done everything today except for the battle, just because it's been a busy day and I haven't had time to take him out for a good fight. But what's also cool is he shows up in the world with you, which is something relatively new. And that's always just fun to watch. It is a little distracting though when you think there's another one nearby and it's not, it's yours. You have to constantly give them berries. I think it's like once every 6 hours or so to keep them with you, but that's how you earn walking points. So to go into the rudimentary parts of the game, the parts from the beginning, that I've been there since the beginning. We go ahead and go to our Pokemon. Now this is your Pokemon inventory. Right now I can hold 2,000. I believe they've jumped it up to 2,500, and you can do that, but it costs coins, and coins can be earned throughout the game. You have different ways of categorizing, but we'll just keep it old school and go to the number, and you can see what you have here. They introduced shinies not 2 years ago, I want to say it was, and they have shiny versions of the Pokemon. The first one being the shiny Magikarp, and that was kind of fun. They also have some other interesting ones, like the Halloween one they had this year, where you have different Pokemon with different costumes on, and then you have the shiny Squirtles with the glasses. It was like a nod to the old Squirtle squad, but not quite the same. But you can see basically you collect and you save the ones you want. They also have dark ones that you can save from Team Rocket. When you fight them, you get the shot at their first one. But yeah, as you can see through the collection, there's quite a vast amount of different types of Pokemon. Pikachu with hats and whatnot is a very popular move that they did, and it had people get to the point where they're collecting, and now there's even shiny Pikachus with hats. So it adds another level of it with the shiny and with the hats or flowers or whatnot. So you can see throughout this whole process, there are a lot of throughout this whole thing, there are a lot of different types of Pokemon. They also have the Alola district, which you got like the Sand Slash, it's ice, which is cool, and then they have those along with other ones. I am partial to Gen 1 because that's what I grew up on, so that's what I know more of. However, Gen 2 and 3 have slowly grown on me, and of course Gen 4 is the new release in the game. They're doing at first it took them about a year and a half, I believe, to release Gen 2. Then once they released Gen 2, they got quicker with releasing more and stuff. And you also have, if we go back to our original stream with Pokemon, you also have the eggs, which has been there for a very long time. And you walk them, I'm assuming since the beginning now that I think about it. You walk them, you have the incubators, and then you hatch these eggs in different. So the 2Ks are common, 5s are not as much, and then 10Ks aren't that common at all. They also have a 7K egg, which you get from opening a gift from your friends in the game. So this is kind of, they give you one incubator, but you can buy more. Let's go ahead and go back to our thing. It's your Pokedex, which is great, different than your collection. You can go through, and you can pick on certain things, and it'll show you where you fall, how many you've caught, how many you made, how many you've seen. So we can go to one that, for instance, I'm sure I've seen a lot of. Let's go ahead and go routes. And then, yeah, as you can see, I've seen 120, I've caught 75, and I purified 4. So that's kind of some interesting facts you know about the game. Use your own statistics. Let's go ahead and go here. One thing that they introduced in the game that's really cool is they have regional Pokemon, which are Pokemon you can only find in certain parts of the world. To show you some of that, we can look at like Mr. Mime, which I'm just going to go ahead and skip to him. He's predominantly Europe, so I had 2 trips to Europe. So some of the ones I have, as you can see, were like this one was caught in Slovakia. Let's see where this one was caught. This one was caught in the Czech Republic, in Prague. And this one was caught in England, which was my recent trip to Europe. But there are some that were hatched here, and they gave you an opportunity to get some eggs with them and with the Mr. Mime in them. I'm trying to find one of those. There you go. Hatched in Bellflower, or from Bellflower. So you have that. There's also Kangaskhan, who made an appearance here, and a few other the first gen regionals. I have 2 Heracross, which I got from Florida, and whatnot. So there's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to have the different types of Pokemon from different areas. Just showing you the map some more so you can see what it looks like. To give you some insight on some of these things, there are stops where you collect your items, and you can also put lures to draw attention of Pokemon to them. And these are these blue squares. You also have sponsored stops, like the one with the pink little badge right there. You can kind of see it up there, and that's the Starbucks. So that one is sponsored. It's a little bit better for you. It gives a little more items, and it increases as you go in there. Then you have your gyms. Gyms are those color things in the background, ran and owned by the different factions. You can either battle, as you can see above, on the right side and the bottom, above the bottom one, there's the battle, or you can go to spinning the stop on the gym and earn badges. There's different factions: Valor, Mystic, and Instinct. I am Instinct, which is yellow. We are always the underdog, and as you can tell by the gyms around the area, there's no yellow, so I'm not doing my job. If you go to my own personal profile, you can see your friends here. I have 65. I have gifts to collect and gifts to give, which gives you items. Helps when you can't get to a stop all the time. You also have your walking collecting through the Smart Sync system. And then you have the badges. Badges are great. To show you a quick number, I have 838 here in California, 55 up in Washington, 43 up in the Florida area, 64 across the way in the UK, and actually no, it's not 64 in the UK. Let's zoom in a little bit more because I can't be right. Huh. Interesting. So yeah, we have 64 in the UK, but I believe it's a mix. And I used to have some over here in Slovakia and Prague, but they're not seem to be showing up unless they're might be pushed into these numbers, which could be very much the case. Oh yeah, this is yeah, it was all in England. Oh, it looks like some of the ones from the UK disappeared. Or not from the UK, I'm sorry, from Eastern Europe, but that's alright. It doesn't matter. We still have a ton of gyms there that I have badges for. And then you have your badges you're into the game. And so this is one that I've had since the beginning. I still haven't finished yet. But you have a ton of different badges in here. It's great. On the very bottom shows you your start date, which is you can see mine, and also your total XP. To get to level 40, which I am at, takes 20 experience points. So I'm almost to the point where I've doubled it. However, there should be, I'm assuming they're going to be doing a raised level cap soon. Some of the game things, let's go ahead and go to our item. We already showed you the Pokédex. Here's our potions or revives, different items you collect, things you can use to the game. There's raid passes. There's also another raid pass called X-Ray Pass, and that's invite only and usually for something very rare like Mewtwo or something of that nature. I know they had Mewtwo for a while. I have my then it shows you your collection of Pokeballs, the types of lures you have, the rat berries you can use, and then the evolution items that we all have through here. Let's go ahead and go into some of the game's functions that we didn't discuss, which are Pokemon. So this is Pokemon Nearby. The nearby system used to be way worse in the very beginning. It was like little footsteps, and you couldn't tell how far things were. And you basically had to walk in a direction and see if you got closer or further away. That's all you had. Now, they have you picture the gym, you highlight it, or the stop or gym. You highlight it and it says it's over there, and now you know to go that direction. It's gotten a lot better. There are raids that they didn't have in the beginning game. This is for the new epic that's out there, the new 5-star raid, new legendary, let's say. And he is he's fairly easy to fight, but hard to catch. They've seen to be the new trend. This is the battle one. What's great about this is you can scan that and challenge another trainer, and just fight him on the spot, or you can challenge some of the leaders of the factions. So you have them there with a Blanche, Candela, and Spark. So that's an interesting chance to practice some of your Pokemon. However, it's not as difficult as it is Team Rocket's leaders, and then the leader of Team Rocket, and then the different group with Cliff or the other bosses. They're very much difficult to beat unless you have the right team. Speaking of Team Rocket, as you can see in the back, there is that blackish spinning stop. If we click on that, that's taking over Team Rocket. If we were to go by there, it would be black, and a grunt or the boss would show up. Or actually, it would just a grunt. Grunts show up. Bosses you have to use a scanner for, and they should show up in one stops, and there's one there. All right. Going to that, there's also special research, which we can see right here. I'm working on some right now. I got one more for my special research, and I get a special like legendary of some type. And then you also have research for the game, ongoing, basically your missions, what you got to do in order to complete the storyline. And once you complete them, they just fall in there, and there's nothing left to do. Let's see here. Pretty much it. I mean, it's fairly easy when it comes to the system. You can change it to where you move your phone and it goes with you, or just points you, or just stationary. This is great. It tells you the weather, so it tells you what's boosted. Once what's boosted, you can fight with those Pokemon that are stronger. So if say I was going up against a water type with grass, I would be boosted higher, so stronger, which is awesome to help you beat somebody you can't normally beat. Well, why don't we catch this Zubat since we're here, so you can see that. So you click on nearby Pokemon, comes up. I'm going to go ahead and select a way better ball because I have a ton of Ultra Balls. I'm going to select a Pineapple. This gives me double the candy, so evolving them are easy. Get that spin going. Boop! Landed it great. We'll see if he stays. If he stays, we catch him. The spin gives you an extra 10 experience. The great gives us some more experience too. And then we'll see how we fared with this one. So caught the Zubat. Yeah, as you can see, extra experience. And so we're good. And then I can do what I want with him, evolve him. We can appraise him, see how he is. He's not that great, so we can get rid of him and just transfer him. And he's gone. And that's it. And you get a candy for transferring. We can talk about the game a little bit. It is an enjoyable game. Oh, where'd he go? I'll come back. It's an enjoyable game. It's a lot of fun. Walking around the map is exciting and going after stuff. Now, there are a lot of people who cheat through GPS spoofing, where they change their location, put themselves in a different spot. I really don't mind. To each their own. Do your thing. I don't necessarily want to do it, but if you want to do it and you succeed, that's fine. My biggest thing is don't sit there and brag like you're the best if you've cheated to get everything you have. That's all. And the game is a lot of fun. Like I said, it forces you to get up and go outside. It's the first game of its type. There has been other games similar with Jurassic Park by Ludia, who has the Jurassic World Alive game, as well as Niantic, the ones who created this one, also created the Harry Potter version, and there's a few other games similar to this that are coming out, where they factor in the real world in yours. And one last thing we'll do here is we have all the news and events and all that up there, but what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take our buddy here, and we're going to go ahead and bring it to real life. You're going to see a good shot of my apartment here. So we're going to try to get him loaded up here. And so I have to slowly look around for a flat surface. Now there he is. He's going to show up. So there he is. Big dude. So you can toss him a berry. You see his level right there. I'm missing 2, so I can tease him with this berry. Toss it up. Let him eat it, and I'm missing 2 little spots, so they're 2.5, so it gains it a little bit more. I'm going to throw another berry at this guy. Oh. Yeah. Okay, come back here. Toss him a banana and a nabberry. Graphic issue there, but we get the point across. So he does this thing. You can also pet them. which counts as playing with them, and it helps your level with them. And you can also take their picture, which is a lot of fun to like take pictures with your friends and stuff and put them in poses with them. Alright, we're gonna back out. So you can see it right there again, but we're gonna back all the way out and get back to the game. Game's a lot of fun, but let's go ahead and go to our final thoughts, and I will see you in a moment. All right, everyone, and that was a little insight to Pokemon Go. There's a lot more to it. It's very interactive. You have to have like this community of players in order to do some of the things, like the 5-star raids, 1s and 2s, and even a 3 you can do by yourself. 4 maybe, but 5s you definitely need other people, and those are the ones that give you the legendaries. So that's one of the downsides of the game is you need to have some type of community. If you do not, then you're kind of out there just fishing and waiting for something to show up. There's Discord you can use to communicate, as well as Facebook Messenger. People start groups on Facebook itself to get a communication stance or a communication field and have their conversations about where they're doing the raids or what they're doing. Perk, it gets you up, it gets you outside, lets you get some sun, you still get to play games. I mean, people judge and they're like, oh, you're a zombie, you're outside on your phone, but it's like you're at least outside and walking around, and it's a big step for a gaming situation to where you're actually outside. The game is fun and it gets intense, and there's moments where you get really excited, especially catching something legendary or super rare and you never caught it and you're just trying to get the damn thing in a Pokeball. I know I'm biased and I don't care because this is my channel. I can say this game's a 10 out of 10 for me because it's entertaining, it's fun, and now they've upgraded it so much and made it so much better. You can do stuff at home. It's not like, well, I have to go outside to play and do something. No, now you can do stuff at home, clean out your inventory, fight Pokemon, trade with people nearby. You can battle via remote with good friends in the game, depending on what level your friendships are. So that helps too. So once again, 10 out of 10. That was Pokemon Go. We'll talk about more soon. We'll pop a few more of these videos will come up with games I'm familiar with, and then that will buy time for you guys, the audience. Now I'm giving you homework. Find me a game that you're interested in through apps. Let me know and comment below and tell me, and I will go ahead and give the game a shot, and I'll tell you what I think after 1 week of use. So after 1 week, I will give you a review, tell you what I think about it, tell you what can work and what doesn't work, and we will go from there. So once again, I'm Tyler. I'm from the Chairman of the Board. Go ahead and like and subscribe to our channel, like our videos, check out our other videos and our other gaming stuff, as well as our movie reviews, special events, and our Would You Rathers. Stay attentive for more content. Talk to you guys later. Bye.